Hey everyone, JUSTPADRIDE Snowboard channel. I'm Lars Horstman and I am just back from the ski hill and I got reminded of my own episodes up there. I was riding my Stranda Mackerel today and the last few days it had been snowing up there and a bunch of our terrain had been closed due to avalanche danger, and I was hoping to harvest some really good fresh powder today. And I actually did. So I picked the mackerel as a short, fat powder fish for quick, nimble, surfy turns. And I did get a few of those in. However, most of the hill actually had fairly tracked out powder, and the groomers were also kind of between nice groomers and chunky, bumpy groomers. So really, I rode like 4 different conditions, which is pretty normal. Like I rode really good powder and really good groomers, and I rode choppy, bumpy powder and choppy, bumpy groomers. So why did this remind me of my own videos? What I had been talking about here was functional waist width. And I noticed this today. Again, this board has a 277 millimeter waist. So it is a pretty wide board. And it's also fairly stiff for such a short little thing. And people have been asking me how this thing carves and how it handles powder, and I should do a review on it. And it's pretty simple. This board carves amazingly well on good groomers, and it rides powder amazingly well in good powder. As soon as things get bumpy, 2 things come into effect. The one thing is the fact that I only have about a meter effective edge and a 153 without a tail, technically. I mean, this is my tail, that's it. Not very much. So the fact that it's so short doesn't make it very stable in bumpy conditions when you have to shift your weight far after bit. So I was constantly thinking, damn, I want more tail when things got bumpy and choppy. And then the other thing is the width. I said in my waist width video that on those super wide boards, the board gets more leverage over your foot than the foot has over the board. And in bumpy conditions, that bucks you around. So what I noticed today was, fantastic, great powder turns, great carving turns, but hell no, once things get a little bit more variable and challenging. This is where these short boards, these short fat boards in particular, do have a clear disadvantage. Now some companies, what they opt for is they create a board that is torsionally pretty soft, because by milling out the center between the bindings, you can see that on some boards that the middle is pretty thin, and that makes for a short fat that can be put on edge a little bit easier, and it's easier to steer through the feet, and you don't notice this width all that much. Oh, my doggy is whining. And you don't notice the width all that much. The mackerel is supposed to be carving really well, so we didn't, with Stranda, we didn't mill out the center all that much. We want that torsional stability. So yeah, it does carve super well on a really good groomer. When things get bumpy, not enough effective edge, not enough room to move, board has too much leverage over your foot, and I would say that is the case with any boot size under about an 11, maybe even 11 and a half. That's where this waist width would be a functional waist width. And now let's have a look who's whining here. Nuka, what's up? There's my little dog. Hey Nuka bear. Hi. Oh, she's ready. Okay, all right, that's it. I gotta go. See you later, see you out there, keep shredding, all the best, happy turns, bye-bye.